Today I'm going to speak about unifying DeFi liquidity. Web 3 is bigger than Web 2. Web 2 is more about sharing content, posting pictures, videos, sharing with friends, writing comments. Web 3 is about ownership, that you own your assets. The goal of Web 3 is also to achieve higher decentralization. Also in social networks as well, we see multiple projects out there trying to build decentralized file storage, decentralized CDNs, decentralized social media, social networks. So if you look back to the early days of internet and the adoption of internet and compare right now with the crypto adoption, we are right now in year 2001 and we have bigger amount of users using crypto already. So what is this decentralized finance? Decentralized finance is a blockchain-based system that automates financial transactions through smart contracts, eliminating the need of intermediaries. What it means is we have a decentralized computer with applications, what everyone can use around the globe without asking for permission. It's non-custody, if it's not custody built. So you don't have to trust the third party and the intermediates to perform financial transaction, swap, or even to borrow something. It's composable. OneInch was built on hackathon back in 2019 in New York City over 2 sleepless nights. My personal sleepless record is 56 hours. And we have built something on top of existing money Legos, we call it. So we use Uniswap, we use Banker, we use Kyber network. On top of these liquidity pools, AMMs, we have built something what we call aggregator. We unite the liquidity in one single chain. Back in 2019, we had only Ethereum with smart contracts. So we united the liquidity and offered one single transaction to get the best execution on the market in this single chain. This is the beauty of DeFi, that it's composable. You can build always something on top of it, and you don't need the API key to interact with the smart contracts. Right now, if you want to build an application and would like to interact with 10 banks or brokers, you need to sign a huge amount of documents, you need access, you need API key, you need to interact with different endpoints. Here, seamless inside of the blockchain system, you can interact with smart contracts. So it's globally accessible 24/7. So this, nothing like what we see in the traditional finance. Over weekend, you cannot sell your stock because you need to buy your wife something. So you cannot even lend and borrow something if you need it. Yeah. So there's no credit check. You don't need also money to open an account. You need just internet, and you need a device. Then you can run a wallet, non-custody wallet, for example, OneInch wallet. So you can interact already with Web3. DeFi composability is a key point of DeFi, why DeFi became that famous. Because you can build always something on top of it. So I already explained, OneInch was built on top of Uniswap and other liquidity protocols. There are money markets, for example, where people build leverage tools to leverage position on money markets. Liquid staking. So there's a normal staking. Someone built something what allows us to trade stake tokens. And you can also automate by using different protocols. You can do something like automate some workflows. It's trustless. So you have no intermediates, you have no third parties, you interact directly with a program. And program will not become greedy, will not run away with your funds. So you don't have to trust it. And most of the things what we see in DeFi are non-custody, means you don't need to deposit your funds, you don't need to trust someone. You interact with the smart contract, and the interaction on the blockchain gives you what you expect. In a form of a swap, you get directly the transaction these assets what you expected in the right amount. The future of trading is 24/7 trustless self-custody trading, also for securities, also for tokenized real-world assets. This is the way what we will go, I'm pretty sure, since something what is efficient will always be adopted. So if you think about early days of internet, like people said, like, who needs internet? What is internet? Why we should use internet? No one needs internet. Yeah. And then it started to adopt. More people start to use it. Onboarding became much easier. And banks, institutional started to adopt the internet and computers and cloud computers. Yeah. Of course, they could stay with like taking orders on stock exchange on the telephone. But internet is more efficient. Same with crypto. Crypto is more efficient. If you look on our markets, what we have right now, we have different markets. We have $100 billion on value total value locked, means someone provided liquidity, provided assets, tokenized assets, like also stable coins or Ethereum or Bitcoin somewhere in the DeFi protocols. And we see $8 billion of volume. If you compare it to the crypto market is centralized exchanges with around 500 million users, with $3 trillion crypto market capitalization and $140 billion volume every day. If you look into traditional market, it's much bigger piece, 130 trillion of global equity market capitalization and 300 billion volume just on Nasdaq. So we have a room to grow. At 1inch, we are still with DeFi. Yeah, we are still at the DeFi. We started on DeFi. We built the first kind of money Lego to adopt decentralized finances. But we are growing. We are expanding. If you look into DeFi fragmentation, DeFi is distributed nowadays not just only on Ethereum, it's also on Solana, on Binance Smart Chain, on layer 2s like Arbitrum, Base. It's also on Polygon, Ton, Near. It's on Sui, on Aptos. Of course, we have Tron for mostly used for USDT payments, transfers, but still there we have also some protocols. If you look on the crypto fragment, so the bigger markets. So DeFi is really only a small part of it. It's a good part, but it's still a small part. The biggest piece is Bitcoin. The most liquidity is right now in Bitcoin, and we see all the institutionals buying Bitcoin. So take care that you get at least one Bitcoin, because very soon no one can afford to buy one Bitcoin. Very soon. We have XRP, we have Doge, we have even Litecoin out there with some liquidity. Someone traded. So if you speak about 1inch and all the chains integrations, so we started 2019 with Ethereum, then 2020 with Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Arbitrum came with Optimism came 21, Layer 2s, Avalanche, Gnosis, Phantom, ZK Sync 2023, Base 2024, and Base is doing really great nowadays, and Linear 2025. And we are happy to announce Solana on 1inch. It's the first protocol on Solana what offer intent-based swap. So you as a user, you don't take risks. You don't execute the transaction by yourself. You just declare what you want to achieve, what you want to get, what you want to sell. And our protocol ensures that your order is sold on the best market conditions to arbitrage traders and market makers. It comes with the math protection by design. So we came to the idea already early 2022, and released the first version in December 2022 on Ethereum and Ethereum compatible chains. Actually, I solved my personal problem. I got front run and sandwiched by some malicious actors on Ethereum. I lost a couple of my Ethereum. And I thought like I could use this Ethereum for my daughter or buy my wife something. And I thought it could be done better. So we came together with my team and came to a solution what provides math protection by design. It's intent-based. You just declare what you want. It's not even a transaction on the EVM-compatible chains. You just share a signature with the market makers. On Solana, you do in decentralized manner announcement of your order for a cost of less than $1. It's cashless settlement. You don't pay for the transaction by yourself. The transaction costs are included in the rate. And liquidity comes across the entire market. So we have market maker arbitrage traders who pass KYB process on their One-Inch Foundation to ensure that we have no malicious settlement actors who would maybe work with dirty money. So we have a compliance team who monitor this as well and remove market makers if someone gets some dirty liquidity. So announcement on Solana of the order costs less than $1. It helps also in terms of movement into decentralization. So the user announce the intent on-chain so everyone can see it and who can participate in our ecosystem and can start the settlement. The beauty of Solana is the fast block time. And this helps us a lot here with this Dutch auction approach. So normal order book approach on centralized exchanges, you have market makers who try to keep the spread tight, right? And some companies pay these market makers to provide liquidity on centralized exchanges. There are like 500 centralized exchanges around the globe, and like to have liquidity everywhere, you need to have a lot of money, right? And this liquidity is deposited in the exchange and isolated. In our system is like it's a marketplace. Liquidity can be sourced from everywhere, and our orders are sold to market makers by a Dutch auction. It's a like marketplace. So what we do, our protocol start to sell the user order on the current spot price, what you see on CoinMarketCap. This is this line here. And when you do the transaction by yourself and use an aggregator, what use multiple liquidity sources and generate one transaction for you and you execute it on the blockchain, you get this price. The difference between spot price and market price we call price impact. The liquidity is limited on each of the chains. So based on the amount, it can drop like this. This is the price curve. Some of our competitors are using Dutch auction with the linear interpolation of the price curve. We are using the current market rates. We have a Pathfinder algorithm, but know exactly what price you get for what amount. So the theory, actually this picture I got after a long discussion with a friend who pitched really crazy ideas, something different. I got this picture in my mind and had to also to think about it a long time. Then I understood what that means. So we try to sell it over time. Just imagine 10 minutes. And over 10 minutes, we expect that market makers have the opportunity to hedge on other sources, like other networks, other like centralized exchanges as well. So in this case, someone exchanged 12 million USDT to Ethereum and got $135,000 more. This is 911 for free. Yeah, just imagine. Because we offered to settle partially. So you see here, one market maker settled at the beginning, the other directly after them. So this price curve is straight, almost straight, because there was not enough liquidity. And here the liquidity dropped, and we were able here to settle through market makers on a better rate than the user would get by doing it by themselves. So seamless cross-chain experience, Solana to other EVM-compatible chains, what we support, will come very soon. We are working on that. We are waiting for the security audits. Why Solana? $800 billion trading volume in like 6 months, 60 billion transactions, 7 billion TVL, and 360 active addresses. Trade out go to app.oneinch.io and give us feedback. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.